There was this kid. He was an ordinary kid. He was shorter than most and certainly not the smartest or the funniest kid. His name was Jabo. He could tie his own shoes. And he could skip. And whistle. And he could almost snap his fingers, right? Yeah, almost. Just like the jazz man next door. He had friends who could dance like crazy. They'd twirl and glide and jiggle and juke and even dance little jigs. But when he danced, Jabo just sort of jerked and jumped and no one ever noticed. Yeah, Jabo was ordinary, all right. But sometimes extraordinary just sneaks up on you. On some days, after school, Jabo would go to his Aunt Jetra's house, and she'd bake him special treats like cupcakes or fresh biscuits with homemade jam. And one day, just as Jabo had finished licking the brownie mix off a big spoon, his Aunt Jetra handed him a cardboard tube. A cardboard tube to put in the recycling for her. Jabo hopped off the stool, and suddenly he had a little idea. Bing! He took that cardboard tube and put the end of the tube up to his mouth, and he blew through it and made a little buzz. Aunt Jetra said, "Do that again." And out came more sounds and notes. He made up a whole song and began to march around the kitchen, playing his cardboard tube. Aunt Jetra jumped in right behind him, banging on a jello mold. Bang! 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 "This isn't a cardboard tube," Jabo shouted. "This is my cardboard tuba!" And Aunt Jetra laughed. And out the door they went. Across the yard. Up the sidewalk. A jumble of kids from the neighborhood joined them, jostling in behind, forming a line. "Hey, look at that, it's a parade!" They were marching. The jolly jamboree grew. Dogs barked. Blue jays squawked. Jolly old men at their mailboxes. "Hey, look at that, it's a jamboree!" They joined joggers and janitors and judges, marching and clapping and stomping with joy. And the jazz man next door ran out of his kitchen door and started snapping his fingers. "Nobody can jam like Jabo can," he said. "Jam on, Jabo!" And Jabo actually began snapping his fingers with the jazz band. Really snapping them. That afternoon, Jabo learned something. Extraordinary can sneak up on you. Doesn't take much to turn a ho-hum day into a humdinger. Right, Jabo?